Ghost Cult Magazine welcomes in Seb and Biff. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing good.
Yeah, very well.
Sun's shining here in England, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
Same here in California. An awesome occasion to catch up with you guys. You guys have made a collaborative record, this amazing new record. And first and foremost, before we unpack all the stuff about the album, I just want to make sure you guys are well. Health and happiness, family, friends, collaborators. It's been such a tough time in the world.
Yeah, definitely. Same to everybody else out there. It's been hard on everybody, I think.
Yeah, we're slowly getting back to normal now, though. So we're feeling good. The sun's out today, so yeah, it's all good here, man.
How do you feel about whether it's locally or the sort of touring and shows and festivals? How's that looking over there for you guys? We're kind of opening back up over here, so I'm really encouraged.
Yeah. They've done a couple of trial shows, but there aren't any festivals or shows happening yet, really, because all the clubs are closed, aren't they?
Yeah. There's been a few like small shows in pubs, but it's just like social distance, table seated shows. But as for like big gigs and stuff,
I think we're playing one of the first ones in August, the Bloodstock Festival with Judas Priest. That's probably going to be the first big rock festival in the UK this year.
Wonderful. And we love the Bloodstock guys. We cover it every year with our UK team. And, I'm really thrilled that if they're going to be the first one, that's a great one to have. So, yeah, we have this Heavy Water Red Brick City album made during the lockdown, wonderful collaboration, great singing by both, great playing, great songs, just really, like a very uplifting, really put me in a good mood. I'm happy to say I've been jamming it out the last day, getting ready for this chat. How did we, what was the impetus, obviously, with the lockdown, but was there a particular reason you guys wanted to create this music now?
I guess throughout lockdown, like I was at home a lot, and obviously we both had a lot of free time. Like Dad wasn't touring, and I wasn't doing any shows and stuff. So we did a few of them videos online, didn't we? We did a few videos for YouTube where we'd play kind of some Saxon songs and a few Naked Six ones, and then we did some of them online gigs where people can buy tickets, and we kind of they were really fun. Like we played live and we were like jumping about playing all these songs. So I think that maybe kick-started the Heavy Water project. Maybe I think we started working together and we realized that we work really well together and it was really good fun. And we were just a bit bored and we wanted to write some music. We both had a few, we had ideas old and new kicking about, so we kind of just mashed them together. And we just wanted it to be a fun project, really,
I think we wanted to do it as a band rather than just the two of us. So we approached it like a band, Heavy Water is a band. And, if people like it, then we could do some shows. So, there's a lot of things there that can happen. I think we wanted it to be, based in the 70s with a modern edge. I think Seb gives the modern edge. He's only 23, so a lot of his musical influences come from, the 90s and obviously the 80s. So it was a good vibe, wasn't it?
Yeah, really good fun.
Awesome. And how quickly would you say it all came together from the germination of beginning the write to finishing the recording?
Not very long, was it?
No, we actually managed to get it done pretty quick. I mean, it was about a month, I'd say.
I think from the first concept it was about a month. Yeah, I think we we rehearsed for a while and tried the songs live in a rehearsal room, and we just used what we thought was good live, really. So it's got that very live, bluesy sort of groovy feel to it, the whole album, and I think that comes from working with a lot of analog equipment as well to keep it nice and pure. No samples, no profiling, no digital tricks there. Just simple music and then mixed later,
Right on. And then I guess it just makes sense when you're working that efficiently that you guys just hound it yourself. You know what you're supposed to sound like, both of you. And it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we're both songwriters and we're both singers and we both play, I play bass and Seb plays guitar. So it's a natural thing to do, to have a band together, really.
Right. Yeah, we don't, it's definitely a whole band project and it does sound like a very live record it. You know, it sounds almost like you played it all in a room, even if you didn't, because it's got a very swinging feel, a lot of the tracks.
I'm sorry, there's a big bee. There's a big bee here was stuck in a spider's web. And I had to knock the bee out of the spider's web, so the spider didn't get it.
The spider came out to get it. Then.
Yeah, the spider came out to get it. Anyway, sorry about that. So just ask that question again. It's live, man.
Yeah, well, you gotta say sometimes you gotta save a bee's life. That's, you know, we need these bees to live. I know people are scared of getting stung, but actually, we get rid of them all, we're done. What was the question? I don't even know. No, it was just in terms of how the album sounds like, almost like it was all done live in a room together, because it's just got such a swinging groove on a lot of the tracks. It feels very live, like a record. Yeah.
Yeah, what we did was, Seth produced the album, but we went to another studio to do the drums, but we played it live. We're all in one room doing the drums, and then we came back to the studio we have here, and then we did the vocals and guitars here. So yeah, it was very live and very live.
Yeah, we wanted it to sound like raw and sort of a bit unhinged, and I think, you know, a big part of having that sound is the drums and the guitar tones and the bass tones and stuff. So I think, we definitely thought about, you know, how we wanted the album to sound in terms of, you know, how raw and live it was. So, but yeah, it was really good fun. Really enjoyed it.
There's a lot of space on the recording, so we could turn the bass up loud, you know, and things like that. Nothing's fighting for room, if you know what I mean. Because a lot of metal albums are like, you know, compressed together, and there's a lot happening there. Whereas ours is a lot more open sounding. A bit more like the 70s, really. I think. Yeah, a bit more like, you know, the 70s style of making records.
Yeah, almost like less is more, you know, sometimes.
So pretty much a similar technique we used on the Inspirations album, actually. That was done very similar. And, you know, Seb engineered the vocals on that album. And Seb's actually engineered the vocals on the new Saxon album as well. So, you know, he's pretty good engineer, actually. So it was good working with him.
Nice. You got some good ears for a young guy. That's not always, not everybody can say that.
Well, you've got to have the, if you're an engineer and mix albums, you've got to have the ears. Yeah, definitely.
We're checking on the welfare of the bee. What's the bee status?
The bee's safe. The spider's
safe. The spider's gone back into his lair.
Spider's mad. He's gonna be mad.
Really pissed off.
I'm glad you brought up the vocals. You know, of course, I would expect nothing less than a great vocal album from you guys, but I'm particularly, I go back over and over to certain tracks, and I love the little harmony vocals, layering in places. Not too much, because like you said, you wanted it to sound like a live band, and it was a live band, but I love some of the harmony stuff on it. It really adds a lot of flavor and character to the songs.
Yeah, and I think that was one thing we did discuss before we did it, like how we're going to do it vocally, because obviously we both sing, you know, we're both lead singers, so instead of having, you know, just all the tracks like I do one, Dad does one, he does one, I do one, and vice versa, whatever, you know, we thought we'd to really kind of create our own sound, you know, to try and create a sort of a bit of a vibe. I think we really worked on the harmonies, you know, so I think that was really good fun doing the harmonies together.
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, some of them, I mean, there's one song there that definitely sounds more like, you know, sort of Beach Boys, Sam and Garfunkel, you know, Crosby, Stills and Nash style song. I think it's For the Moment, isn't it?
Yeah, For the Moment.
Yeah, so yeah, it was great fun actually, because it's a very singing album, if you know what I mean. It's not like a guitar virtuoso album. I mean, Seb's not you know, anywhere in mainstream or you know, he's not trying to be Eddie Van Halen. He's just a great guitarist, songwriter. So we kept a lot of that down to the minimum, you know, and just concentrated on the vocals. So I think you know, you're right when you notice that we wanted it to be an album about singing.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes it a bit different is the harmonies. I think that's what kind of makes it unique, I think.
Yeah, and there's no you know, I think there's only 2 guitar solos, a sax solo and maybe a synth solo on there. So there's not a lot of you know, sort of you know, look and listen to me moments. It's more sort of, you know, based around the song.
Yeah, well, I mean, we want to keep it simple and straight to the point. I mean, hard hitting groove, kind of a big riff and a killer kind of vocal melody. I think that's all you need for a great song. Because a lot of metal music, you know, there's a lot of solos sometimes. There's big long drum solos, and it's like, you know, nothing against that, you know, because it's music. But you know, for this record, we just wanted to keep it simple and straight to the point, I think.
There it is. I love the sax. Actually, we don't get enough sexy saxophones anymore in rock music. It's kind of, I think Bowie passed away and took the sax with him.
Yeah, we like sax. It's just a change from guitar, and actually, you know, it does actually sound a bit like a guitar, really, when you listen to it. It's quite distorted, isn't it, a sax? Yeah. But yeah, we like it. You know, throw it in there. It's a bit different. You know.
Nice. Personally, I love the title track and Revolution and a few others. Do either of you have your own favorites so far on this record?
I think my favorite's probably Follow This Moment, the more kind of groovy, psyche one, because just lyrically and just the groove and the harmonies, for me, that's the track that really kind of represents the album and my experience making the album. I think that one really kind of makes me feel really great about the album. I think I really dig that one.
Yeah, I've got quite a lot of I've got a lot of favorites actually, but what's the one we were
I've forgotten what track.
Yeah, we forgot what they're called actually. Maybe like we've done that much stuff with the interviews. Yeah, I think Medicine Man for me is great. And the other one, what's the other one called?
Oh, the heavy one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see where we are. Spiders on as well.
I know.
Turn to Black or Revolution.
Oh, Solution.
Riffs. Solutions. Yeah. Big riffs.
I know it began with an S. Yeah, Solutions. Yeah. Oh,
nice.
Yeah, yeah, I like that one. But that's quite one of the. That's a typical song that we've done though. It's got sort of a modern edge, but it's very 70s as well. That song. You know what I mean? It's got different influences in there, definitely.
Right on. I dig it. I think people are going to love this record, and hopefully you guys will tour behind it and do some more as things reopen.
Yeah, if people like it, then we'll definitely do some touring.
Right on. That would be amazing. Just generally speaking, it seems like it's been a very prolific time for both of you. Obviously, hopefully other projects are also progressing along. Is there anything you can share about anything else we should be looking forward to beside this record?
Well, as far as Saxon goes, the album's finished in a couple of weeks, I think. So that's going to be coming out in February. We're definitely going to do another Heavy Water album, I think, because it's such good fun, wasn't it? So, yeah. What are you doing?
I'm just starting a new project up at the moment. I'm hoping to kind of get some stuff recorded in the next few months and get it out there. And, you know, when the gigging starts again, hopefully just get back on the gig thing and get out there again.
Nice. We'd love to see it. All your projects. It's been such a tough time without shows. Just as a fan, it's just, I'm sure it's been just hard to not be able to go to a show and see your friends and watch live music. I love the live streams. I know you guys had fun doing yours, but I fear for the future of live music if people don't feel motivated to come back out and support tours and live venues. That kind of worries me a little bit.
Yeah, there is a bit of that going on because people have found other ways to entertain themselves, you know, by streaming and generally, you know, watching bands by streaming them, which I suppose is okay. You know, if it's a sort of, I don't know, if it's a sort of young pop act, I suppose that works sometimes. But I think rock music has to have a live element, a dangerous element to it.
Yeah, I always feel like so goes the European music scene, so goes the world. We have a little of our own bubble here in the States and North America. So I look to Europe and European festivals and European behavior to sort of forecast what's going to happen with the life and livelihood of our scene. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopefully optimistic that we stay open. We go open. We stay open.
Well,
and
a lot of festivals that have been put back to next year are definitely happening because obviously we're on a lot of them. So, you know, we probably know before you do what's happening and what's not happening because obviously we have to have these things in the book, you know, ready to go. So There are a lot of big festivals next year that are happening. You know, especially metal festivals, definitely. We're putting the stuff together now for June, July, August. We're putting together a nice package for an American tour, maybe early in the year, next year. So, you know, our European tour will be starting in February. So there's a lot going on, and I'm sure it's not just Saxon. I'm sure it's everybody, you know, that all the brands are putting together tours and putting together little gigs here and there, you know, so it should be good, I think.
Just for a final question, because I want to give you back your day. Anything besides music you guys have been keeping up with to entertain yourselves? Any good movies? Read any good books? Podcasts?
I've been surfing a lot. I do a lot of surfing. I've actually got a van now. I've recently got a van, which I'm pretty excited about. So yeah, like the next few months, I'm just going to go around Scotland and go to Cornwall and live in the van for a bit, I think, and do some surfing. Yeah, a lot of reading as well. There's been a lot of time to do some reading, which has been good. Some reading and writing.
You need to write some guitarists, mate. And yeah, no man reading.
But yeah, it's been pretty chill, really. Just kind of doing stuff to keep fit and healthy. You do a lot of bike riding, don't you, as well?
Yeah, I do a lot of bike riding. I don't do surfing though. I'm too old and wrinkly for that. Really. I fall off too much. But biking, I'm good. I got my Harley Davidson here as well. So I've got my Harley Davidson and my Italian bicycle. So I'm quite happy.
Lovely, lovely. Keep fit, keep sharp, keep sane and safe. And hopefully we're going to get everything back real soon. Biff and Seb, Heavy Water is the new project. Red Brick City is the new album. Silver Lining Music. It's out 23rd of July, as you guys say in your parlance. And it's just been a pleasure to catch up with you guys. Please stay well and safe. And we'll see you here in the States or over in Europe as soon as possible, most likely at Bloodstock.
Yeah, you too. Stay safe. And thanks for promoting the album for us. We really appreciate it.